Hi there, this is Hannah Shatman, and today I will be discussing how the future is hybrid. Ever since early 2020, at the peak of COVID-19, remote work has become the norm. Offices were beginning to shut down, and it was looking as if we would never return to the office again. While specific industries are able to function in such conditions, others not so much. So here at SPS, I believe that a hybrid work model workplace will provide optimal results for our output. What I'm about to recommend is that we transition to a hybrid work setting where employees are encouraged to come in twice a week for in-person meetings and large meetings. Nicholas Bloom states that small meetings can work by video conference, and then large meetings are held best in person. This not only increases engagement levels in communication, it also provides us the ability to visit our newly remodeled office in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I understand that there will be some disappointment with this. However, once we get comfortable working somewhere, it is hard to get out of the groove. I understand that. However, there are two sides to this story. So one side being working in the office 5 days a week. Think about it. You have to wake up early, take a shower, get your children ready for school, spend 30 minutes in traffic, and then finally get to the office by 8 a.m. to start your work day. You then work until 5 p.m. where you have to pack up, walk to your car, sit in traffic for another 30 plus minutes, arrive home by 6 p.m. Imagine the burnout you experience if you were to do this every single day until you retire. So on the flip side of it, it also corresponds to burnout experience from working from home full-time. So working from home full-time provides no means of separation between your home life and your work life. So for those living in smaller apartments or homes filled with children, pets, etc., you're able to work where you would sit. You're likely to work or sit where you engage socially on the weekends, which that doesn't work the best. And having limited to no separation between your work life and your personal life can prove just as detrimental as working in the office every day. So what if I told you there's a solution between both, working fully remote and then also working in the office 5 days a week? So our society is evolving, and I believe it's time for our workplace to evolve too. So taking a look at this is what the hybrid model might look like. There are 3 different models I want to touch base on. We have the first one, which is remote first setting. For some, it might be working remote for most of the time, but having an office space for a few employees to work from the office if they desire. Next, we have the office occasional concept, which is an office occasional work model in which employees are asked to work from home from an office a couple of times a week, and then for the rest of the time, they have the option to work from wherever they desire. I believe this is the model most applicable to SPS Commerce. Lastly, we have the office first setting, and for some organizations, this may defer them back to the office first concept. This is where employees need to work from the office most of the time, but are given the flexibility to work remotely when required. So optimal productivity and overall employee satisfaction and happiness revolves around a combination of work from home and office work. In fact, 68% of executives think employees should be in the office for at least 2 to 3 days a week to maintain a strong company culture. So organizations that are not pressed for the need to resume physically going back to the office should adopt a combination of the best features from the 3 models of the site, which then leads me to discuss SPS Commerce's current state. So looking at slide 4, our company. So SPS Commerce has always been and will always be an employee-first organization. Rather than having employees back into the office full-time, having a hybrid work environment enables us to have a people-first approach to managing the workforce. This hybrid work environment in question is often made up of 3 groups of employees, as I previously touched base: those who that work on site, those that work on site as well as remote, and then those who work remotely full-time. And then according to a Harvard business study, they surveyed out of 1,500 professionals that work from home from March 2020 to March 2021, 61% of them wanted to continue to work from home 2 to 3 days a week, and then 27% hoped to work remote full-time, and then the last 18% reported that they wanted to go back to the office full-time. So this study depicts that it's vital to give employees a healthy balance of in-office work and remote work. So the benefits of the hybrid model, there are 5 key benefits we want to touch base on. The first is better communication. Face-to-face conversations enable people to better read social situations as well as one's one owns body language, as we learned about from Peggy Kendall in her videos this week. The next benefit are increasing employees' productivity and satisfaction, appeasing to all employees' interests and encouraging them to work where they're comfortable directly affects these productivity levels. Also would, in the long run, improve company culture. So moving on to the next slide. However, with these such benefits, there will always be challenges. We have a means of identifying these challenges and tackling them. So for instance, remote work makes it harder to collaborate with one another, which may lead to people feeling isolated. The transition from remote to hybrid setting could also lead to quicker burnout. In order to mitigate these challenges, SPS could propose mental health days to prevent burnout, also setting up regularly scheduled meetings with supervisors to ensure that all voices are heard. And then all in all, the core of the company, as we always know, is its people. Whether we work remotely or in a hybrid setting, neither change that fundamental philosophy. A successful hybrid approach requires careful strategy, planning, and execution. With all right leadership and resources, businesses will see a big return on the investment. When done correctly, hybrid work is a win-win for both employees and the organization. Similar to this piece of art found on this page, the hybrid work model mimics being together while staying separated, connected, yet detached. Thank you.